The most obvious way to be successful isn't the only way to be successful. It's not all just about advancing your career or making more money or having a bigger house. I'm a big believer that there are many different ways to be successful. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of those different ways and some really easy, simple little things that you can do to become more successful in each of these different aspects of your life. So starting out, let's talk about that most common one that people think of when they think of being more successful, making more money. If you want to be more successful in this way and make more money, then an easy little thing that you can do is to learn a new skill. Your current income level is not something that is set or predetermined. It's really the result of the skills that you have and what you're able to offer to an employer or to your clients. So if you can learn a new valuable skill, even if it's something small, the main thing is learning a very specific skill that will make you more valuable to whoever you're providing value to, then you can increase your income and make more money. Another and very different way that you can be more successful in life is by increasing your connections or improving your connections. This can help to improve your status. Now, the most obvious way and the easiest way to do this is by networking, meeting new people, and making sure that you're spending time with the people who you meet who are really adding to your life, providing value to you, and you can provide value to them as well. Now, I know that if you're an introvert like I am, then this might be a little bit out of your comfort zone. You might find meeting new people hard and making these connections difficult. And so I just want to let you know that you can really do this even if you just do it in the easiest way possible, which is networking online. You can meet people in Facebook groups or forums online that are focused on specific activities that you enjoy or focused on people who have a similar career to you. There's all sorts of different forums for everything you can possibly think of. So think of the type of people that you really want to meet, find a group with those people, start interacting with them inside the group, and then be ready to take it a step further than that, to meet them for virtual coffee or maybe even to meet up in real life. Another way that you can be successful in life, and I would argue that this is one of the most important ways to be successful, is to really improve your relationships. Now, this is different than networking or improving your connections. I'm talking about strengthening the relationships with the people who you love and increasing the amount and the quality of love in your life. The easiest little way that you can improve this aspect of your life is to simply set aside some dedicated time to spend with the people you love. It doesn't necessarily have to be a lot of time. It's more about being intentional about it, making sure that it gets on your calendar so it really happens, and that when you're spending the time with these people, that you are spending dedicated time with them. You're not being distracted by your cell phone or even by a TV, but really spending time with them, doing something with them, talking with them. That is what is going to have the biggest impact on your relationships. The fourth way that you can be more successful is by improving your flexibility, your freedom, your control over your own life and your schedule. This is one that personally I find is very important to my well-being and how successful I really feel in life. It's just something that's really important to me, but I'll admit it's something that can be difficult to take a small step towards achieving. But here's one way that you can do that. Start by budgeting so that you can save some money every month and eventually invest it into an asset that will earn you money. This can over time earn you that freedom that you really want. Many people these days live paycheck to paycheck, spending absolutely everything they earn every single month, even working themselves into debt. And all that really does is add more liabilities, more stuff into your life, stuff that continues to cost you money and waste your time. But instead, if you can set aside some money every single month, then eventually you can invest it into something that will actually earn you money. For example, I saved money for a few years and then was able to buy an investment property that I rented out to earn some money every single month. Another way that you can be more successful is by having physical wealth, i.e. being healthier. Now, I'm sure that you can think of a lot of easy little ways that you can become healthier. Everything from making healthier choices as to which foods you eat, choosing to move your body a little bit more every day. There really are so many different options here, and I'm also sure that you've heard a lot of advice. And plenty of these steps that you can take are very small. So my tip for you here would be to not be afraid of taking a tiny little step. Learn about the compound effect or the Japanese principle of Kaizen, because these are two different things that you can use to really motivate yourself to take tiny little steps that will eventually lead you to the big changes that will really impact your health. So for example, if you know that you need to exercise more, but you're not really motivated enough to go to the gym or to train for a marathon, well, instead, be content, be satisfied with just putting on your shoes and taking a walk around the block. No, that's not going to dramatically change your health right now, but it is a positive step in the right direction, and it can just get you off the couch, start moving, so that you feel more like moving more the next day. Number 6 is happiness, or being in a positive state of mind. I think that many people would argue that being happy or being in a positive state of mind really is the most important way that you can be successful. And of course, there are many things that you can do to work on improving your mood, everything from scheduling time to do activities you really enjoy, to working on improving your connections, spending time with people you love. But my tiny little tip for you today, the easiest way that you can work on being happier, is by changing the questions that you ask yourself. Sometimes when you're in a difficult situation, it can be really hard to look for the positive in it. It might seem like everything about it is bad or hard, and you can only focus on those things. So instead of trying to find the positive, do something that's even easier, a first step, which is just to ask yourself a different question, a more positive question. Instead of asking yourself what's hard about the situation or what is annoying you about that person, or why is this so hard, or why is this happening to me, instead ask yourself questions like, what can I learn from this situation? What is there good about this situation? What positive thing can happen from the situation? Or what do I like about this person? Or what are this person's positive character traits? Whatever questions you ask yourself, your mind will naturally start looking for the answers to. And so if you ask yourself positive questions, then you'll naturally start noticing the positive things about your situation. And to wrap this all up, let's talk about another more outward type of success, which is advancing your career. Now, of course, you could advance your career by learning new skills or even just simply by asking for a raise, but the most effective little thing that you could do to advance your career would simply be to sit down with your manager or to talk with your clients and ask them what they really want from you. Ask them what you can do to improve, to become the best employee you possibly could, to become the best employee in your department, or to become invaluable to them. Once you hear from them exactly what they're looking for from you, then you'll be able to meet their expectations. So instead of just learning skills that you hope will advance your career, you'll be able to learn exactly the right skills. Or maybe you simply need to do the same tasks that you're already doing in a slightly different way to make your manager or your clients a lot more satisfied with the work that you're doing. In this way, you can advance your career and even increase your income. If you really want to be as successful in life as possible, then I think that there are two things that are very important to keep in mind. One is that success is made of a lot of different things. It's not all just about advancing your career or making connections. You need to be successful in each of these different areas of your life to some degree if you want to truly be overall successful. But the other thing almost runs directly contrary to that, and that is that different types of success have different amounts of importance to different people. And so it's really important that you think about which of these types of success is most meaningful to you, and you focus your attention there. You'll be able to make the most progress and have the biggest impact on your levels of success if you do focus on one area of success, at least for a period of time. And so my question for you that I'd be curious to hear your answer to is, which of these types of success do you think is the most important? Which one is the most meaningful to you? Leave a comment down below and share what you think about which type of success is the very most important. All right, well, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Gillian Perkins, and if you're new to my channel and you want to see more videos like this in the future, then click the subscribe button, that red button down below, and also ring the bell so you get notified about my next video. I make new videos every single Tuesday at 8 a.m., and I'd love to have you join me for the next one. Also, if you're already subscribed, first of all, thank you, but second of all, consider ringing the bell if you really want to find out about my next video, because even if you're subscribed, there's a pretty high chance that you won't see my next video unless you do ring the bell and you have notifications turned on your phone. So make sure you do that so you don't miss it. All right, well, that's everything for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're having an amazing week.